Welcome back, and if this is your first time watching, my name's Brandon and I sell men's clothing on eBay. This is day 79 of the What Sold series where I show you my daily eBay sales. And at the end of the video, we'll go over my net profit for the day. Let's not waste any time, let's jump right into the sales. The first sale of the day was this G-Star Raw button-up shirt in a men's large. It took 9 months to sell and it sold for a best offer of $8 plus shipping. It was missing one of the buttons, but it seems like G-Star Raw stuff has been on a decline for a while now. Most of their stuff just isn't selling that well. I would stick to their outerwear, maybe like their leather items, things like that. So number 2 was a Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt in a men's XL. This one did have like an Asian print on it with a fan and a few other things, and it sold in 5 days for a best offer of $40 plus shipping. The Rain Spooners with any Asian print on them usually do really well. So number 3 was a Burton sweatshirt in a men's XL. This one sold in 11 days for full price $30 plus shipping. Burton stuff sells great during the winter, and even sweatshirts like this can sell for 30 bucks quickly. So number 4 was a Zegna button-up shirt. This one was the Trofeo one, which I think is a little bit more valuable. And this one sold in 6 months for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. I think I just had this one priced way too high in the beginning. And if I would have priced it much lower, then I would have actually made more money on it. I think I could have sold this closer to 35 bucks if I would have priced it accurately. And it would have probably sold a lot quicker as well. So number 5 was this Carhartt Sherpa lined like flannel sweater jacket or sweatshirt jacket, shacket if you want to say. And this sold in 2 days for a best offer of $36 plus shipping. These more significant Carhartt pieces usually tend to do well. Sherpa line, things like that. So number 6 was a Rain Spooner Melikaliki Maka Hawaiian shirt in a men's 2XL. This took 3 months to sell and it sold for a best offer of $40 plus shipping. I probably could have held out and sold this for closer to full price $50 if I wanted to wait a couple more weeks. But this one did have a small flaw in it, so I was okay with letting it go just for a little bit less. So number 7 was a Roper Western shirt in a men's large. This was a pretty basic one. It sold in 3 months for a best offer of $4.50 plus shipping. This did have a little flaw in it, or a few flaws on it actually, and just wasn't the best pattern. And Roper isn't the best Western shirt brand, so if it's not in a great pattern, then it's not going to sell for a good amount. So number 8 was a Plainsman Western shirt in a men's large tall. I got a bunch of these in a buyout from the swap meet. I want to say I paid like 15 bucks each for them. This one sold in 14 days for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. The same buyer, I think, actually bought this Western shirt as well. This was a Roper Western shirt. This is an example of one that does have a great pattern, this geometric, kind of like Southwestern Aztec. Just a more unique pattern, colorful. And this one sold in 20 days for a best offer of $30 plus shipping. So number 10 was a Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt in a men's XL. This one did have a pretty good print on it. Usually if they have a tiki, like tribal print on them, then those ones do pretty decent. This one sold in 4 days for a best offer of $25 plus shipping. So number 11 was a Lululemon like pull-on pants in a men's XL. These sold in 16 days for full price $40 plus shipping. So number 12 was a vintage Harley Davidson shirt in a adult medium. This one sold in 33 days for a best offer of $24 plus shipping. So number 13 was a Tommy Hilfiger polo shirt in a men's large. It did have a paisley pattern on it, so I thought it would do decently, but it took over a year to sell and only sold for a best offer of $5 plus shipping. So number 14 was a Huff Worldwide long sleeve shirt in a men's medium. This also took over a year to sell and it sold for a best offer of $9 plus shipping. So number 15 was a Polo Ralph Lauren crew neck sweatshirt in a men's large. It sold same day for best offer of $18 plus shipping. Polo Ralph Lauren sweatshirts, both the crew necks and the hoodies, seem to do pretty well. The hoodies can actually sell for $30 to $50, so keep your eye out for those. So number 16 was a Rain Spooner Hawaiian shirt in a men's large. This one did have that quilted pattern. I talked about it yesterday. If it has this quilted pattern and you use that as a keyword, it usually helps it sell pretty well. This one sold in 3 months for a best offer of $30 plus shipping. So number 17 was a Fabletics quarter zip pullover in a men's large, and this one was new with tags. It took 28 days to sell and it sold for a best offer of $20 plus shipping. Fabletics is an oversaturated brand, and you will find it often at the thrift store new with tags. I think they do some kind of subscription-based service or something like that, so people end up getting a lot of these shipped to them, and they're still new with tags, and they end up donating them new with tags. So if you can find them, you still can make a few bucks on them, but don't think that you're going to get rich on them. Most of them don't sell for a ton of money, but as long as you price them accurately, you can still move some of them pretty quickly. Sale number 16 was a Stussy shirt in a men's small. It had like this weird mock neck, but it had a good print. Most Stussy stuff that's striped does pretty well. This one sold in 19 days for a best offer of $23 plus shipping, and that was with a couple small flaws on it. I think it's the next 6 or 7 items went to the same buyer. They're all Rain Spooner Mele Kalikimaka Christmas shirts in a men's XL. And like I said, they all went to the same buyer, so I did combine shipping, and I did work out a little bit of a deal on most of them with them. This one ended up selling for full price, $45 plus shipping. This next one was from 2007, and it sold for $40 plus shipping. And the last one sold in just 9 days. This one sold in 6 days. This next one was the expensive one. This one wasn't from the 80s, and I've said it before, but the Mele Kalikimaka Rain Spooner, so the Christmas ones from the 80s, sell for tons of money. This one sold for $100 plus shipping, and it was listed in my store for 2 months. And like I said, all of these went to the same buyer. This next one was from 1998. I think it had an issue where the hem at the bottom wasn't all the way stitched. So this one was in my store for 6 months. We ended up doing a best offer of $35 plus shipping for this one. This next one, same buyer, was from 2004. This one sold in 6 days, and we ended up settling for a best offer of $40 plus shipping on this one. And I think this is the last one. There actually might be one more after this. This one was a little bit special because it was a 50th anniversary one. So it's from 2006. And this one sold in 4 days. I also gave them a good deal on this one, $40 plus shipping. And that is a good deal for the 50th anniversary Christmas one. And the last one that went to that buyer was this one from 2000, from the year 2000. Another Mele Kalikimaka. It was listed for 6 days. And we ended up settling for $40 plus shipping on this one. Up next, we have another Rain Spooner. This didn't go to that buyer. This one was in a men's XL. This is not a very good print. It's very basic and just not very sought after. This one took over a year to sell, and it sold for the full sale price of $18 plus shipping. After a year, especially something with that basic of a pattern, I'm happy to get it moving. Up next, sale number 27, we had a Ariat Relentless button-down shirt in a men's large. This one took 4 months to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $15 plus shipping. Sale number 28, and the final sale of the day, was the SpongeBob SquarePants t-shirt in an adult medium. This took about a year and a half to sell, and it sold for a best offer of $3 plus shipping. I'm just happy to see any item that old move out of my store at any price, so I'm happy that I got more than $1 for it. $3, I'll take it. That's it for the sales. Let's jump into those numbers. On November 18th, we sold 28 items for a total gross sales of $1,030.93, giving us an average sale price of $36.82. An amazing day, way above average, way above expected, but I'm super happy about it. Let's jump into the rest of these numbers and see how much money we made. As you know, the selling costs and net sales are always inaccurate. Let me show you guys what they really are. So the selling costs were $258.51. The breakdown for that is $124.86 in eBay final value fees, $119.21 in shipping labels. It's very rare that my shipping labels are cheaper than my eBay fees, but since I did ship, I think 7 of those Mele Kalikimaka Hawaiian shirts to the same buyer, that did save me a ton of money on shipping, so I'm super happy to see that. And the final fee was $14.44 in promoted listing fees. Only 7 of my 28 sales came via promoted listings, which is kind of crazy because I feel like it's usually closer to about half. But I promote all my items at 5%, and I'm happy to pay those extra fees to get the extra sales. Now, if we take away those selling costs and the taxes and fees collected by eBay away from the gross sales amount, that gives us our net sales for the day of $703.88. We still need to take away our cost of goods. Our current average cost of goods is $11.73. So for 28 items, it gives a total cost of goods for the day of $328.44. If we take that away from our net sales, that gives our net profit for the day of $375.44. Super happy with the day. I sold way more items than I list, so I'm listing 20 items currently per day. I sold 28 items, so that's awesome. I'm also super happy with how high I kept the average sale price, $36.82. That's great, especially with selling that volume of items. And if you guys remember from the what solds, we sold one item for $3 plus shipping and one item for $4.50 plus shipping. So to keep that average sale price, I'm super happy. And just overall, a great day. And this is the best day of the month so far. So awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. That's all I have for you guys today. Tune in tomorrow for day 80 of the What Sold series. Peace.